Hello guys, MGH here and welcome back to my Arsenal career mode. Feels so good, doesn't it? It feels great to be back. However, we are going to be starting this episode with a simmed match against Leicester City in the Capital One Cup. I decided before I came back to Arsenal, I tweeted it out multiple times, that I'm literally going to be focusing on the Premier League and the Champions Cup, or the Champions League, whatever you want to call it. I really can't be bothered with all these stupid Capital One Cup matches, the FA Cup, you know, it's just... you know what it's like when you just want to get on with something and you feel like there's these just little fences in the way that you've got to jump, and in my opinion it's not worth spending 15 minutes playing one of these matches against Leicester where you're going to comfortably beat them when you could just sim the match and the likelihood is you're going to win. And if you go out, you know, it just means that your team doesn't get so tired throughout the season for, you know, a pretty pointless trophy, because if you're going for the Premier League and the Champions Cup, those are big trophies, you know. The FA Cup's big as well, obviously, but in this game, does it really matter too much? In terms of financial funds, not really. So here we do go into a match against Crystal Palace. They just got promoted. I thought, right, I'm going to test my away abilities. Let's see what happens here. And I skipped in a little bit here. You can see I got really unlucky so far. We scored first, then they levelled, and Fellaini has got injured, and in the 90th minute, it stays 1-1. So lesson learned there. That was a bit silly, but I guess you could say I got a little bit unlucky with the injury earlier on in the game. 14 minutes in, which is an absolute joke. And he is out for 6 weeks. That is the downside of simming. But if you have a problem with simming, guys, I want you to ask yourself why. It's part of the game, you know. And simming the matches is still challenging your squad. It's still testing the abilities of your players. I actually quite like simming matches, and that's why you see me do it every now and again in the career mode. Obviously, I play the majority of matches, but I always do sim a few, especially in the transfer window areas, because, you know, you want to buy players and see what kind of emails you get back, and you can't be bothered playing the bottom teams like Crystal Palace, for Christ's sake. But anyway, we move on to into a very important match. This is Royce's first match under my my control, I guess. I have simmed matches with him in, but this is the first game. And what a game, you know, against Schalke in the group stages of the Champions Cup. Need to win every single match at home, because away from home we've got some tough opposition. Schalke are a great team. Don't get me wrong, they're doing quite well this year, aren't they? But yeah, Arsenal had them in the Champions League this season, didn't they, in the group stages, which was awesome. And they progressed with us, I believe. Oh my god, how could I forget that? I literally looked at the table yesterday, how embarrassing. But we give away a free kick here, and Farfan just smashes that over the bar. Pretty awful free kick to give away right on the edge of the box there. And then literally a few minutes later, the same bloody thing happens. Hoga goes through here, and I make a pretty decent challenge. It's just a little bit late, and catch his ankle there. And it's another free kick just outside the box, and I pick up a yellow card. But watch this. So we spawn into the next cutscene, or whatever you want to call it, and my players are already running forward in the wall, and I get a yellow card. I mean, fuck off, ref. They take 10 years to take this freaking free kick. I had to skip, like, you know, ages there, and they absolutely sky it, so it's a waste of time. I hate it when the CPU takes forever to take corners and free kicks. It's very frustrating. Finally get a chance for us there, 21 minutes in, but Gabbiadini is too late onto the ball there. Couldn't quite get it past the keeper, which is slightly unfortunate. But then we whip it in with Royce, but the header not close enough to what's his name, Witzel there, or Witzel. I'm still confused about how you say his name. Is it Witzel or Witzel? A lot of people say it's okay depending on where you're from. So Witzel is when you're nearer from Belgium, and if you're English, Witzel's okay. I don't care. Which one do you want me to say? How about you leave it in the comments? But either way, we're still 0-0 at this point, and it was one of those games where I was struggling to. You know, I was having chances, but I was struggling to actually get it in the back of the net. I believe it was my formation. It felt like it wasn't quite working against Schalke's formation. But we did get another breakthrough here with Doumbia just on the stroke of half-time. But he cut inside, and the defender is easily able to sweep that away from my feet. And we go in at half-time 0-0 in the Champions League at the Emirates. And obviously, as I'm recording this, last night we played Bayern Munich at home. A little bit embarrassing. I was just going to ask you guys, do you want me to talk about the game? Do you want me to do another Champions League breakdown for the second leg and have a little word about the first game? Let me know, because a lot of people seem to be tweeting me asking what my thoughts were on the game yesterday, and I don't want to do it in this video because this is career mode, but either way, I thought I'd ask the question at least. But you saw Gabbiadini had a great chance there, but Doumbia, I've got faith in this guy, right? I dropped him to left midfield for a little bit, using his pace up the wings, but I put him up front for this game with Gabbiadini, and boy, was that a good choice. Look at that control, and look at that shot. Absolutely beautiful, bottom left corner, making it 1-0 against Schalke, who, like I said, are a very good team. Then we chip over for Gabbiadini. Can he score his first goal for Arsenal? Left foot, oh, look at that. 61 minutes in, the floodgates are opening. Schalke are falling apart at the back there. This is the beauty of my team. You hit people on the counter-attack, and it is just so powerful. It really is. And there you can see it's a great finish as well from Gabbiadini. I'll make a few substitutions here. Actually bring on Koscielny, who's been dropped pretty much lately because Nastasic has been doing so well. I'm just thinking to myself, have I hit record? I'll be so pissed off if I finish this commentary and I haven't hit record. Anyone else get that if you're a commentator? You worry you haven't actually hit record? But anyway, in the 84th minute, they do pour a goal back in the 84th minute with Farfan, sorry. Did I say 84th? I think I did. It's a really nice cross, a little bit sweaty. And Ogbonna wasn't... Is it Ogbonna or is it Richards? There's so many questions in my mind right now. It's Asamoah. There we go. Asamoah was almost there to intercept it, but he was a little bit too far ahead of the ball there, which is unfortunate. But still, it's an away goal. It's not good. I'm not sure if away goals actually count in FIFA. I think I've had that question before. I went through despite having the same goal difference as someone, but either way, they did pull a goal back at the end there, which was a shame. But here we've got West Ham. They are 19th in the league, I believe it is. So I thought, you know what, I'm definitely going to win this match. And just watch this. This is hilarious. So you know my team's strong, right? Doumbia scores in the second minute. You're going to see that West Ham just start crumbling at this point. They get an injury to Reed there, but they don't substitute him just yet. You can see Swansea's gone 1-0 up against Manchester United there, which is pretty cool. Then Koch makes it 2-0 on 40 minutes, and then we go into the break, obviously 2-0 up, which would be great. Few substitutions are made. Doumbia makes it 3-0. See you later, West Ham. Red card. Richards makes it 4-0. Boom. 4-0 win at home to West Ham. Great victory. I knew I would do that. I didn't feel too bad about simming that match. Some matches just that you don't need to play them, guys. When you've got such a good team, it doesn't make sense. But now we move on into the Capital One Cup. Of course, we're going to be simming this match as well because we're not going to be playing in this cup. Like, honestly, who gives a shit? And we draw 1-1 here. And then they go 2-1 up in extra time. What the fuck? Already I could hear the bullshit alarm ringing. And then we make it 2-2 and... Oh. Of course we lose on penalties. That is absolute bullshit. We lost. Absolutely... Wait. No. That's actually kind of realistic. Arsenal losing to Derby. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're out of the Capital One Cup on penalties to Derby. An absolute shambles. But was it really bullshit? No, because Arsenal are crap at the moment and we probably would have lost that game in real life. Anyway, we move into a game against Aston Villa here away. Now this game, obviously it's Aston Villa. They've got a decent team on FIFA. They're not doing so well in the Premier League this season, but on FIFA it's different. They've got some very powerful players. They've got Benteke up front. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to put a slightly weaker team up. And I saw Miyechi in the reserves. I was like, wow, I haven't even used him yet. Let's go ahead and bung Miyechi on. You can see here at the moment we're sitting in 12th behind Manchester United on 8 points with a game in hand. Now, it might look a little bit bad right now, guys, because obviously I've simmed a few matches and dropped a few points. But trust me, it's going to be okay. We will pull back those points. We will start winning matches eventually. We could call it a little dip in form. You know, we'll just call it that. But you can see we make a really good start here. And I've got Royce playing up front in this one as well with Podolski. So we've got the German triple, the German trio. What do you want to call it? The German kings. We have Koch, then we have Podolski and Royce up front. That is just so powerful. And then on the stroke of half time, roughly, Asamoah gets the ball outside the box and just hammers that. Good luck saving that. That is just an absolute beauty of a finish right into the bottom left. It actually hits the posts and hit the post and go is in. I think I've scored quite a few post shots already this season, haven't I? I seem to be getting a lot of goals where they just clip the post and go in. I score another one after this one, even though I've just given away the result kind of thing. It doesn't matter. I hit the post and it goes in, but you'll see I do actually get another one. But we go in at half-time there, 1-0 down, 1-0 up, sorry, and I was thinking to myself, I'm lucky to not be 1-0 down because I've only had one shot pretty much in that whole half. They were hammering me most of the time. But in this second half, things are going to change. Diaby kicks off the half there with a good shot. Just a little bit wide. Diaby isn't going to be shooting. You've seen him in real life having shots. And it wasn't that pretty, let's be honest. But Aston Villa had a little free kick there and the chance with the header. But like I said, you're going to see here we just start absolutely destroying Aston Villa here. Oxlade goes through on goal, pretty much no defenders in sight, and he hits it off the post like I said. 90th minute goal. We don't even need to watch the replay. We get another one here. You could say it's scripting, but whatever. We'll take that and we make it 3-0 Podolski on 90 minutes. And that is a great way to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for all the support lately, guys. Crazy amount of likes on every episode, so I just want to say I really do appreciate it. Please do leave a like on this episode, and I will see you on Friday for the next episode because my desk will be installed tomorrow and I will not have a chance to record, which is going to be a pain in the arse. So sorry for the day delay, I want to call it, but I will see you guys on Friday for the next episode. Goodbye.